Hello everyone, Matt from TDM Style here, and welcome to my first sort of proper fashion review video. Today I'm going to be talking about the Trakline fashion belt series from Core Essentials. And this is not a sponsored video, but the guys over at Core Essentials did send me two of their belts to try out along with a belt hanger, so I just wanted to say a big thank you to Carl and the Core Essentials team for including me and allowing me to try out their stuff. Now I thought I'd keep these fashion item review videos in the same type of format as my hair product reviews, so in keeping with that, I'm going to be breaking this review down into 5 categories. So today we're going to be looking at packaging, the overall look and design of the product, the quality, the versatility, and then finally the price, and at the end I'll give you my overall verdict and what I think about the product. I've also got a special promo code for you guys that's going to be coming up a little bit later in the video, so be sure to stay tuned for that. So before we get started, just a little bit of background information about the company, Core Essentials. They are based in San Diego, California, and they started out on Kickstarter with the Trakline belt project, and basically now they specialize in 3 main products, which are fashion belts, gun belts, and slim wallets, and they also have a few other accessories like ball caps and belt hangers. Now, the main idea behind the Trakline belt system is that they're moving away from your sort of regular belt that might have, 4 or 5 belt holes spaced about an inch apart and a traditional buckle, and instead they're moving to this ratchet system where on the inside of the belt they have this strip of ridges, and there are 40 ridges that are spaced 1/4 of an inch apart, and the buckle has this sort of clicking ratchet system where you just slide the belt through and it clicks into place. So the main point there is that with this type of belt, you actually have 40 different size adjustments rather than a 4 or 5 with a traditional belt. All right, so now let's get started with the actual review and talk about packaging first. So the belts came in this typical sort of box in the regular Postal Service mail. So if we take a look inside, we've got Core Essentials there. We've got a little card with some information about how to get your belt ready, as well as a little bit of information about the company. And then in this little carrying bag is your belt and your buckle. So I like this for the packaging. I think the carrying bag is just sort of a nice touch, and you could actually use this if you were traveling and you wanted to bring a couple of extra belts and just sort of wind them up nice so they take up less room in your suitcase, and I think it's just a nice little extra. So if I actually open this up, in this bag we've got their classic belt in tan and this stainless steel buckle right here. So that brings us right into look and design, and if we take a look at their website here, you can see that they actually have a pretty sizable number of options for you. And as far as the belts go, you have the classic belt series, which is this sort of wider belt with the stitching along the side. You've got the slim series, which is the same as the classic, just a little bit thinner, and then you've also got the smooth series, which just doesn't have that stitch. And with each series, they come in a number of different colors, so you can get, black, darker brown, tan, and some of them also come in a gray or a white. And as far as the buckles, you can get a number of different styles in either stainless steel or alloy, and you can get, they have like chrome, real shiny ones, they have the sort of brushed stainless steel, or they have this gunmetal look, which actually I quite like that one. So as far as the overall looks, I like these. I mean, the classic and the slim series are sort of your standard dressier belt look. The smooth belt is a little bit less dressy, so that can be good for a casual outfit. And the number of options that you have as far as swapping out different buckles and things just makes for a lot of different combinations. And so it's good for, you can have a couple of belts and buckles, and you can use it for your entire wardrobe. Now, as far as the design goes, I figured it would be easier to just show you guys, and I can show you basically how you would get one of these belts out of the box and how you would set it up to be ready to go. All right, so now we can take a little closer look here, and I'm going to actually show you guys how easy it is to cut one of these belts to your size and get the buckle on there and get started. So this is what you get inside the box. This is the little carrying bag. Got your belt here, and so if we take a look at the underside, you can see this is the track system with your 40 different 1/4 inch measurements. And on the other end, we've got some measurements of where you're going to want to cut your belt to size. All right, and if we take a look at our buckle here, obviously this is the front, and so if we look at the underside, This latch here with these teeth is how you actually clip it into the cut end of the belt to hold it in place. And this is the other end where you're going to insert the front of the belt, and it's going to click into the track system with this little guy here. All right, so let's get this thing cut to size and I'll show you how it actually works. So all you need to get started is a pair of sharp scissors. And first you want to take a look at the underside of the belt, and you want to find whatever your normal waist measurement is for a pair of pants. So for me, it's usually a 32. Now you want to take that and add 4 to that number. So I'm going to go up to 36 and we're going to cut right there. And you don't have to worry about cutting this perfectly straight, and I will show you why when I show you how to attach the buckle. So when you're ready to attach the buckle, you just take that end of the belt that you just cut, and you're going to insert it into this end of the buckle. You'll see that mechanism comes right up. And now you're going to just take that with your finger and press down till it clicks into place. And like I said, you don't need to worry about whether you made a perfectly straight cut or not, because when you're pressing this mechanism down, it is going to push the belt back out a little bit and straighten it out for you. And that's it. Now we've got our belt ready to go. So now you're ready to actually wear this belt. So you just take your other end, you're going to put it through your buckle like this, and you will, once it hits the track, you'll hear it start to click. And that's it. Now when you're ready to loosen the belt or remove it, you'll find on the bottom side of your buckle this little lever here. So you just press that in with your finger and it slides right back out. And that's pretty much all there is to it. So if you've done this and you put the belt on to where it's comfortable and you find that there is too much on this end and this is too long, just simply come back here, take your buckle off, and then start cutting 1 inch at a time to shorten it up to where you have, you know, just a couple inches of extra past your buckle. So next that'll take us into quality. Now their belts are genuine leather, so that's nice, and the buckles have a real sort of like a heavy kind of feel to them, so that they do definitely feel high quality. I like the idea of the Trakline ratchet system. I think that will probably lend itself to giving your belt more longevity. You know, you're not constantly like bending your belt back and forth to put the buckle through the hole and stuff, which creates a lot of wear and tear, so I think that that's definitely a plus. Okay, so next that brings us into versatility, and I think that they've got the right idea here. And like I said before, you could buy, you know, 2 of their belts and a couple of their belt buckles, and since everything is interchangeable, you could make all kinds of combinations. So you could have, you know, just 2 belts really that would cover a majority of your wardrobe. Especially since it's so easy to dress one of these belts up or dress one down, depending on, you know, if you want like a shinier belt buckle or a gunmetal belt buckle, smoother belt, you know, so the combinations are really endless, and I think that that's just a really great idea. And finally, that brings us to the all-important category of price. So if you're thinking about buying one of these, you're probably going to look at getting a set, which is a belt and buckle, and they seem to be about half and half, that half of the varieties are $49.95 for the set, and the other half are $59.95 for a set. So you're looking between $50 to $60. If you're looking at separates, the buckles range from $25.95 to $34.95, and the belts range from $25.95 to $28.95. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the video, I've got a promo code for you guys, so I'm going to put that right down here. So if you're heading over to Core Essentials, you can put in the promo code TDMStyle and get 10% off your order. So that brings us to my overall verdict. So what do I really think about these belts? I quite like them, really. I like the idea of the Trakline ratchet system. I really like the versatility you have with being able to swap out the buckles and things for lots of different combinations. And when you take all of that into consideration, I think that paying $50 or $60 for one of these belts is a good price. I mean, sure, you could go down the street to your local Target or whatever and get a dress belt for $20 to $25, but let's face it, we've all bought those, and how long do they last? Maybe 6 months before they're destroyed and you have to go buy another one. So, you know, I think leather things are one of those categories that you get what you pay for. So if you pay a little bit more, you're going to get the higher quality and you're going to get a product that's going to last you a lot longer. So I definitely recommend that you guys go check out Core Essentials and see if one of their belts would be a good fit for you. So that wraps things up for this first fashion product review. I hope that you guys liked it, because I would definitely love to do more of these coming down the line. Coming up next on my channel, I've got some hair related videos on the way, so please stay tuned for that. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching.